Hello. If you want to come to Quebec, Canada to invest in the field of construction and real estate, or if you are looking for investment opportunities, be it land, houses, income, properties, rental housing, businesses, a distribution warehouse, or even a factory. If you want to look at the profitability, the feasibility of a project analyzed by its costs, deadlines, and resale value, if you also think of buying an apartment building, search for an investor, groups of investors, or you yourself want to start a business right from the beginning or buy a company in the field of construction. Then, before you even think about investing in the province of Quebec in Canada, the first important thing to do is to receive unbiased information in an impartial way. This is not an information by which, say, a real estate agent would have the advantage to give you suggestion in order to receive a commission. This is no information either from a real estate developer who wants to sell you projects for a profit. Really receiving genuine, unbiased, and impartial information from truly qualified people, experienced people, people with a lot of networks, contacts, and experience in the local community. So the first thing to do is to receive unbiased information in an impartial way, not only on real estate projects, but also on the business community and on the real estate and construction markets in Quebec, Canada. Because you must know that there are many laws here in Quebec, in Canada, and that your investments will depend largely on the rules of the game and the laws that apply here in Quebec, in Canada. So wages, the labor code, your commitments as a real estate developer, your responsibilities. There is plenty to know and learn about construction and real estate. So that is the first thing, to receive impartial information in an unbiased way. Secondly, from all that information you are going to obtain in an unbiased and impartial way, also considering your experience as an investor in your country, or here in Canada already, putting all of this together, you are going to need good advice. Again, you need impartial advice to make good decisions. Whether it is to analyze projects on which you want to work or which have caught your attention, or to analyze or build projects with sketches, plans, by looking at the cost, to well decide yourself impartially with advice received. So, with unbiased, impartial information, advice, and also contacts. Make business contacts, know other business people, other investors, other people who own businesses, who are in the investment and business community. Know potential customers, so know lots of people and have plenty of contacts. So, it is important to make contacts. So first, information, obtaining unbiased information impartially. Secondly, advice. And thirdly, making contacts, having the opportunity to make contacts. And fourthly, having access to a guide, a business, travel, and investment guide here in Quebec, Canada. So that is thus what I am offering. I, Daniel Dargis, engineer, general contractor, and consultant, impartial advisor in the field of investments and real estate here in Quebec, Canada. So those are the services I offer, meaning unbiased and impartial information, advice, contacts, and travel guide. I can accompany you while you are staying here, during your business and investment trip here in Quebec, in Canada. I can help you meet people and assist you in making the best decision. There is just one thing I want to clarify before going any further. This is because I am not a real estate agent myself, and I do not analyze projects or I do not present investment projects in a free way as a real estate agent does. If you are dealing with a real estate agent, he will show you several projects for free on the market, but as you know, always in order to make a profit, and therefore, he has an interest in convincing you to buy. But I am not a real estate agent, and therefore, I do not search for you any investment opportunities for free. When I make efforts to search, but it is subject to fees. Second thing I have to mention is that I am not an immigration officer or a lawyer. So, on the legal side, I cannot inform you. However, I can refer you to specialists, be it a lawyer, an immigration officer, a construction specialist, or other people who will inform you in the legal field regulating construction and business matters and investments in Quebec, Canada. One more thing, I do not offer jobs myself. I do not make promises or job guarantees in my company because sometimes I get requests from people from abroad who wants to come here to work a few months in my company to gain experience. I do not offer jobs. I do not guarantee jobs in my company or in any other company. Also important, I do not manage portfolios or investment capital. So I do not take money from investors to invest to put it in portfolios. I just give sound advice and I guide. It is always the investors who remains fully, completely, and totally in control of his investments. So I do not promise any return of investments either. So I analyze projects with potential investors. I help them as best as possible to make the right decisions, but I do not give any guaranteed return on investment. And I do not provide invitation letters either to come to Quebec, to Canada. So, in this process, the services that I offer are unbiased and impartial information, advice, contacts, and being a business and investment travel guide. And I do not offer any letters of invitation to come to Quebec, Canada. Nevertheless, yes, I offer information in the first place if you are abroad and by video conference. Besides, here you can see next to the video a form. I invite you to fill it out as accurately as possible with the most details possible and then send it to me so that I can determine if you qualify for a first 15 minutes free video conference with me or a member of my team to explore your potential or to see to what extent we can help you in your project to come and invest here in Quebec, in Canada. As much to give you information, advice, and contacts, or to guide you, pick you up at the airport in a business trip process, pick you up at the airport, bring you in contact with or introduce you to lots of people, and meet opportunities for your investment. But you are always in control. So I invite you to fill out the form, send it to me to determine if you qualify for a first 15-minute free video conference. Following these 15 free minutes, you will have the opportunity, if you want to continue, to pay consulting fee for 1, 2, 3, or more hours at your choice to receive more information and to guide you further in your investment process in Quebec, Canada. It is very important to have a good computer, a reliable internet link, clear communications, a fine camera, in order to get in touch with me or a member of my team. And you should also be in a quiet place, a place where we can talk with one another without noise to have a better conversation so that I can listen to you and hear you speak, and so that I can better explain to you all the information that may be useful. So I invite you once again to complete the form and send it to me. Following this, you will receive, if you qualify, an invitation for a few scheduled appointments of your choice during our office hours here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So you will have to calculate the time difference with your country. So our offices are open in a certain time frame. So you will receive video conferencing options by email for 15 minutes for free, and after that, you will be able to decide if you want to go ahead and continue with other consultation to help you in your projects to invest in Quebec, Canada. On this, thank you for listening and see you soon.